I don't know if proud's the right word. Excited, elated. Great college basketball, elite game, and unfortunately we haven't played these guys healthy, and but I'm a much bigger believer in our team right now than I have been at any point this season. And Luke Goody's performance, Ty Rogers hasn't practiced all week. He's been in bed with strep throat. RJ woke up yesterday morning with it. Obviously, we don't know anything about Terrence. He's in concussion protocol, leading scorer, one of our best defenders. And to see Matt Myers step up, to see Jaden Epps play great, and I think everybody who knows anything about the game of basketball saw Luke Goody's value today. The ability to make shots. He never makes a mistake defensively. He gets his hands on loose balls. He's always in the right spot. I just loose ball for a three was a big play in the game. I got to look at the technical on Coleman. That's energy and passion. I think they went on a 9-0 run right after that. Great college basketball game. I don't want to take anything about it away. I thought we did a great job on Trace. He's got 28 and 12. I know what Mike's feeling. When you got one of the best players in the country, if not the best player, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good feeling. So, yeah, I feel really upbeat, and unfortunately, it's we're going to turn around and play again here on Monday in a COVID makeup game. So we gotta take this same kind of energy and turn that into a game on Monday.
Brad, when did you know you didn't have Terrence for today, and how do you feel like your team responded?
Penn State, right after the game. So we've known he went into protocol that night. So it's it's just the deal it is, and we have obviously lived protocol longer than anybody in America, I think, with a guy missing 14 games a year ago. So those things are what they are, and what we didn't expect was strep throat running through our team and 102-degree fevers. So, but that's life in the Big Ten. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse, man. That is, Mike's doing a great job. That's a good basketball team. They whipped our butt, but that's not an excuse. But I'm in a great place with the fight this team showed today.
Did they do anything different in the second half to make it a little tougher on Matthew?
No.
Did you have a sense?
Switched a couple times, but no, Matt, we got the ball to Matt anytime we wanted. He was the best player, other than Trace, was the best player on the court today.
Did you have a sense going in that you'd have that fight? What did you see from the guys leading into this to perform like that?
Well, first of all, we got embarrassed the first time we played him. And, Matt was sick in that game, and we didn't play very well. They played great. But, yeah, I mean, it's two great basketball teams. Two teams that in postseason play can make a long, long run. And, we were dialed in, and they made a loose ball play that got him a three, and that was a big play in the game.
Coach, Luke Goody's an Indiana kid. What were the conversations like with him heading into this game?
None. Win. Just go play to win. I don't get into any of that. It's always about us. It's not about the individual. So there were none.
We've talked a lot about Luke's return. To see that actually come to fruition and him have that performance, what does that tell you about maybe where this team can continue to take those steps?
Yeah, it's, I don't want to look back, but there's a reason he started in our scrimmage with Kansas. I mean, he's that valuable, and we didn't have that, and he's a guy that has had to stay patient, and he's very cerebral. He's very smart. He's got great feel. He's an elite shooter. and we've missed that. You know, we're the second youngest team in college basketball, so we've missed that leadership. There's a guy who's been through all of that. So, you know, that's something that excites me for the future. That's a big piece of it.
You had a couple of plays out of timeouts in the last 90 seconds or so. Did you get what you wanted, maybe down the stretch from those?
Well, we tried to get the ball to Matt. We tried to get the ball to Matt on the side out of bounds, and that was great. We got Jaden downhill, which was exactly what we were trying to do off the last play. And then we didn't have a timeout, and we ran a little waggle play, and RJ gets a great look. So, you know, we just, in that situation, we practice a lot with 10 seconds to go. You know, 5 guys on the floor in space, and we run a little, what we call a little waggle, and got that. The side out was intended to go to Matt or Dame at the rim, and we couldn't get that down to the baseline. So, but all in all, yeah, pretty pleased with what we got.
I mean, RJ shot that last thing with confidence, and he hadn't been on the court for a pretty long stretch. I mean, was that just that kind of moment for him, even if you didn't make it?
I mean, I wish he made it, but no one's ever told RJ to quit shooting. He's had a hard year, man. He's had a hard year, but you know, I said exactly on the bench overtime as soon as he let it go, and you know, he had a tough day. He's been sick. You know, he missed 4 layups in the first 4 minutes of the game, and you know, airballed one, but I knew he was going to make that one, and I got all the confidence in the world in RJ. I'm the biggest RJ Melendez believer of all time, because when he gets right, and I think he will, that elevates us to another level.
You guys were able to make Trace work, turn him over a couple of times. What'd you make of defending him differently than in Champaign?
Yeah, I mean, we threw the kitchen sink at him. You know, we came from different angles. We tried to get in gaps. You know, in the first game, you know, Geronimo just torched us. Geronimo was, you know, I thought Geronimo was an all-league player that day. And, you know, they you know, we want them to, you know, we felt like we could give some help off of Race a little bit. We could come from different angles. They did a nice job. You know, instead of putting Miller opposite, they put him in the strong side corner. You know, they entered from the top a little bit. But, you know, you figure out, believe me, I know, you figure out good ways to get post players the ball.
Ty Rogers been playing some at the 1. What have you seen from him when he's in there?
Well, especially when they've got their 4-man guarding. And, you know, that was advantageous for us. And, you know, when we can get him into switches, again, I feel bad for the kid because he hadn't practiced. I mean, he's been really sick and dehydrated. But yeah, that's something down the future we really like, because he's strong, he's a great passer, and he gets the ball where he wants to in the post.
What explanation did you get on the technical on Coleman?
Taunting. I haven't seen it yet, but no one likes passion and energy and emotion more than me. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it was towards anybody. You know, if that's the case, well deserved. But you know, I know that there's a lot that goes on in a ball game when shots are made or dunks are made, and you know, led to it was unfortunate because it was second and he had to sit, and hell of a play. And you know, it's what these kids see on TV. It's what they see in video games. I don't know if it was directed at anybody, but impactful play in the game, no doubt. Taking one of the best players in the league off the court.
You guys had a close road game at Iowa a couple weeks ago. What growth points, if any, have you seen in those late game moments from there to what you were able to do today?
Oh, I think we'll get more comfortable in them. You know, we had that long stretch. We won everything by double figures, and you know, you've got to be in those moments. Jaden Epps will step up the free throw line and make it. Ty won't foul the next time. Those are freshmen. Playing in crunch time, you know, in Assembly Hall in a Big Ten game, it means a lot. You know, we'll get on the floor for a loose ball. You know, it's all the little things. It's nothing. But I don't want to talk about those plays as much as there is There's no more significance to those plays than there is any other play in the first half. You know, Dane, we throw the ball to Dane. He's got Luke Goody wide open in the corner. He tries to dribble it. Play we practice all the time, and making that pass, and you just can't commit those. Those are things that every play in the game is important. Thank you.